Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the channel. And before you even ask any questions, yes, I've been gone for a while now because I had to complete all my assignments for the second semester of my first year in my degree. Therefore, I could move on to the third year because as y'all know that assignments are always so much more important than our side hustles like YouTube or maybe Instagram and stuff like that. So I just had to get that one out of the way before I could start creating content for you guys again. So anyways, I'm back on YouTube, and before we even jump right into our title today, I would like to thank every single one of you guys because we just hit 104 subscribers. And honestly, I would just say if I were to expect myself hitting 100 subscribers within like 2 months, I wouldn't expect that at all, and I would laugh if you were to tell me before I started my YouTube journey. And I really never expected myself to go this far, you know. So whoever subscribed to my channel, I really appreciate you guys, all 104 of you guys. And also guys, I'm in a new channel art. You guys can go ahead and check it out right here. I hope you guys like it. It's a new one and I just made it this afternoon. It's 1:30 a.m. right now and I'm starting to record this video, so I really hope you guys appreciate the effort that I put in for these videos. And if you guys really enjoy these videos, just tell me in the comments and I would not hesitate to do more for you guys. So let's just jump right into the video, shall we? So if you guys still don't know who these guys are, what this company does, what this company is about, then you came to the right video because this is what we're going to be talking about today in this video. So we're going to be going through what this company is about, how it's operating, the opportunities in growth, and the finances of AT&T. But before we jump into these videos with all of the details and the information that I will be uncovering in this video, I just would like to clarify that I'm just a 19-year-old kid who knows nothing and who is just having passion towards investing. And all of these informations are found through online, and I just thought that it would be interesting for me to research on this company before me investing into it, and at the same time share this knowledge with you guys. So you guys should be seeing my screen right now, and it is stock talk today. So the stock for today will be AT&T and a ticker symbol will be ATT. So what is this company about is that this company does communication company and media entertainment company, but in fact this is the largest media and communication company in the United States of America. This company has a market cap of 181.2 billion US dollars, and the price of the stock as of now, which is 26th of November, is $28.99. 52-week low is $26.08. 52-week high is $39.55, and the current dividend yield that they're paying is around 7.27. That is around $2.08 per share that you own. AT&T is known as one of the best dividend stocks to be included in long-term portfolio for dividend investors. So if you were to go around and talk to some dividend investors, and if they were to not know anything about AT&T, those guys are just not really dividend investors, because I would say that this is probably the most famous stock among all dividend investors within the world. So anyone who can get an access to the American market would definitely own a share, at least a share or two of AT&T if they are into dividends. So this is how AT&T operate. They have 4 operating segment areas, which is AT&T Communications, Warner Media, AT&T Latin America, and Sander. So let's just go ahead and break down all 4 of these segments on how much each one of these segments contributed to AT&T in the past years, what they do, and how much revenue they bring in. As for AT&T Communications, which is most known as a mobile data provider, internet provider, and stuff like that, AT&T 5G is used by more than 160 million people. TV satellite service had 16.9 million subscribers in the year of 2019, and that's pretty much the biggest in the United States of America. I can't seem to stop emphasizing that because this is basically one of the most valuable companies that are listed in the stock market right now. High-speed internet broadbands, AT&T fiber up to 940 Mbps and still growing in the United States. So I can't explain how fast 940 Mbps is, but it's just literally the speed of light. And the speed that I have at home is like what, 30 Mbps, and that is not even half of the speed of what AT&T is capable for. So that is just basically one of the good signs of how valuable this company is. But before we judge too quickly, we will have to move on and understand more of this company. So if you don't already know, AT&T actually owns Warner Media, and it has 33.5 billion, contributed about 18% of AT&T's total revenue in the year of 2019. Warner Media owns movies and characters like Superman, Wonder Woman, Joker, and DC. Basically a lot of those shows that people are watching right now. For example, The Friends. This is a really popular TV show back in the days. It is a comedy series type of show, and it is really famous. So Warner Media basically owns this type of shows. So you can already tell that people are still into these shows even till this day. So let's move on to the next segment, which is AT&T Latin America. It is the third largest part in AT&T, represents around 4% of the total revenue. I'm sorry that I could not provide the exact revenue because I don't think I could find it online. So if you guys can find it online, feel free to leave it in the comments below and I will maybe pin your comments. Offers mobile services to people in Mexico. AT&T 4G LTE covers nearly 100 million people in Mexico, and they have these services called VRIO. So if you don't know what this is, it is the leading provider of digital entertainment, and it has 10.5 million subscribers in more than 10 countries. We're not even going into their details yet, and they're already pulling out such big numbers like this. But I wouldn't say it's like a monopoly company, because we have Verizon and other telecommunications companies that are really big out there in America. So here we have AT&T Sander, and it only contributes to about 1% of the company's revenue of $607 million. It is a digital advertising company because everything is moving towards the digital platform right now. So of course AT&T are smart with their innovations. They will always have to catch up with the trends, and I would not be surprised that they will continue to innovate in the future. Television advertising powered by data with technology to direct advertisements. So if you guys don't know what this means, don't worry, because you're not the only one who is clueless whenever you read this sentence. So this is where it's special with AT&T. They have targeted ads. So let's just say you and your neighbor, you guys are both watching Friends season 1 and episode 1. Then whenever it's time for a break, there will be ads showing on your TV screens, right? Let's just say you have been searching for shoes on your phone, and your neighbor has been searching for handbags on her phone. And what this would do is that it would have ads that you are most interested in. So it's like the Facebook targeting ads that I talked about in a few videos back. So this is what is really special about AT&T, because all along whenever we were growing up watching television, we never really had targeted ads like this. So it has a lot more potential to convert people into paying customers for people who pay for ads in AT&T. So this is one of the really special part that AT&T stands out, and this is really my first time seeing such a thing. When I was doing my research, I was mind blown as well. So now we've gone through the 4 segments of AT&T, and we will move on to their finances. And before I would like to move on to their finances, these are all just information from the internet and they might not be accurate, so forgive me if I make any mistakes, but this is just a rough idea of how much AT&T is making and all of the ratio sorts of stuff. So right here you guys can see it on my screen or your screen right here that I have the last 10 years of revenue growth of AT&T. So you can somewhat tell that AT&T's revenue growth has not been really big like Tesla or anything like that, but you can see that it is a really stable company and it grows slow and steady, and that is what all dividend investors are about. They would not like to take so much of a risk, and they would just like to get paid every quarter, with that fixed amount of money depending on their earnings. So their 2020 outlook for this company is that AT&T has an average revenue growth of 1 to 2%, which is, like I said, slow and steady, but at least we don't lose money, you know what I mean? And free cash flow in around $28 billion range, and they got their dividends payout ratio at about 60%. And if you were to talk about how healthy this company is, then I have it listed as well. So as you can tell, the healthy payout ratio is between 35 to 55%. AT&T is around 60%, which is still okay in my opinion, and I believe that it's not too far-fetched with their dividend payments. So I believe that this company still holds value, and it still has a really steady cash flow for its shareholders. And as for the PE ratio for this year, this is my favorite part. And the PE ratio for this year, just recently I found out that it's only at around 8.53. So a healthy PE ratio for any company is around 13 to 15. So you can tell that this is like quite an underpriced stock, and that has a really long dividend history, that considered as a dividend aristocrat. So in my opinion, it is a really safe stock to invest into, and to see that the PE ratio is at 8.53, I mean, where do I sign up? So last but not least, we have the estimate future total return metrics. So the total return in last 5 years is around 3.6%. For the dividend growth is around 2.9%, and the current dividend yield is around 7.26%. Average dividend yield last 5 years is about 5.45%. Estimate EPS growth next 5 years will be around 1.8%, which is not a lot, because AT&T wasn't really a growth stock after all. And to get a really high earnings per share is just somewhat not realistic to me, because all we're looking for as dividend investors is the cash flow, right? We want to just reinvest our dividends and to be able to compound that shareholding position that we have and make us more money in the future. The extra return due to over-under valuation of 5.9%, estimate future return of 5 years is around 13.10%. Now, like I said, we're not going to be diving too deep into these companies like Meet Kevin does. All he does is really in-depth type of finance type of stuff, because I have never really analyzed stock this detail even at this point, you know what I mean? So I've really done my best on analyzing this company, and for me, I think it's safe enough for me to put my money into. So if you guys have enjoyed this video and made it till this far, I would like to thank all of you guys again for 104 subscribers. It may not sound like it's a lot for bigger YouTubers, but it's really big for me, and I never ever imagined that I would be where I am today. So with all of that being said, keep supporting me guys, I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.